I spent years being told that the pain was normal.
Before I had a name for the pain that I was feeling since I was 12 years old, it looked like shame. I always gaslit myself into thinking that the pain was normal. I've always thought, like, it's not that bad, like, you can get through it. In July of 2024, I was really excited because I had a doctor's appointment and I planned to go in there and tell them, I have endometriosis, let's go get surgery so we can remove it. And so I went into the doctor's office, I told them all my symptoms, and they told me no. They said, we don't think you have it. Also, surgery is gonna cause a lot of scar tissue. We know you want children. We don't think we're even gonna go in and check. And so I was floored. I was really sad, cried the whole way home, and I was like, the reality of, I'm gonna have to just be in this pain forever. It was sad.
We fail to listen when they come in. We fail to make them feel heard. We fail to take their symptoms seriously. That's all we have to do is listen. If I were not a doctor, my son would not be here. And that's huge, that's heavy.
You know when you are trying to get all your groceries out the car and you're trying to carry a bunch of bags out into your house at one time and it's so heavy, the lines are cutting through your hands, right? Endo is like carrying those bags and never having relief. The cuts in your hands are getting deeper and deeper, and every month it gets harder and harder, and it gets more painful and excruciating.
Back in 2014, I won an Academy Award. And in that same year, I was diagnosed with fibroids. So I was experiencing this high and this low at exactly the same time. I had heavy bleeding, I had pelvic pain, among other symptoms. So I asked my doctor what caused them, and he didn't really have an answer. I asked what I could do to treat them, and all I was offered was surgery or live with the pain.
There was a point when I literally bled for 40 days, nonstop, overnight pads from front to back, thick as a diaper. That was my experience.
I fell down a flight of stairs and I just laid in like the gravel and I cried. I cried, and the medics ended up coming to get me, and I just remember sitting down in front of the med doctor and saying, this is what I'm going through. It's been so hard. I'm dealing with this every month.
And it was downplayed so much by everybody in my life that after a while, I started to believe it.
I see patients that have been misdiagnosed and there's significant delay in their diagnoses every single day. Women with fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, who have never been evaluated, never even had a blood count check, right? And they describe significant bleeding, significant pain, and they tell me time and time again, I walked out not feeling heard.
And I think the same way that scar tissue builds inside of you with endo, I think like I have a lot of traumatic scar tissue emotionally, psychologically, mentally.
Endometriosis is extremely painful, and women monthly feel like suffering is a part of the deal when you're a woman. But you find out when you learn about endometriosis that we shouldn't be in excruciating pain.
One doctor told me, at the time I was maybe like 37, and he said, this is a part of aging, this is normal.
One doctor told her she only had one choice.
A hysterectomy was recommended to you?
Yeah, I've never been so sad in my life. I had never been running to have kids, but I always wanted to have a choice, and to have that taken away is just frightening.
We are really all we have, and so we have to be able to tell our stories to each other, to our children, to young girls that we mentor.
Do not be ashamed to talk about your symptoms, because it is in shaming yourself from speaking about it that you make yourself suffer.
Finding other women with similar stories to mine has been a breath of fresh air. It's been the community that I didn't know I needed. And I had a friend who said, like, we find ourselves whispering in corners at parties talking about like really painful things that we're going through. What I want to do through this film, through this series, is to build the community and let all of us know that we're together in this.